Hey folks, this is Mike, the disgruntled mechanic, coming to you today from out at the farm. In my past video, somebody had made comment sort of about I'd be making paths with my old case backhoe to take the old slider out up through the woods. Well, when I saw the comment, I figured I would show you what's going on with the case. Anybody that follows me knows about the 580 case, the head gaskets, problems with antifreeze and this and that, and the thing's all loose and swaying and nothing's tied on it. So I thought maybe I'd show you my answer to that problem and how I fixed my case 580C. So we're going to show you now. So as you can see, and some of my friends have laughed because they said I went to the dark side because I bought a Ford. It's a Ford 555D. Well, I'll tell you what, if the thing works and it runs and it works okay, I might go so far as even saying that if I got sent a Ford hat, I may even wear it in a video. That's how much, you know, I'll say about the Ford. So far, I have ran it. I've probably put 5 hours on it roughly, and it seems to work pretty well. But, of course, let me get in front of the camera and we'll talk about this. As I always do, I have to, when I buy something used, I have to buy it with a problem. I can't just buy something and have something that I can run, needs no work, just works. For the most part, this does, but it does have a problem. So I'm going to walk you around the backhoe and just show you what the problem is and talk about what I may do with it and just show you the old girl. Oh, and I guess what I will say is it's the Ford 555D. I think it's a 4.2 diesel 4-cylinder. It's four-wheel drive. Part of the reason that I got this was out here last year we had the 30-inch snow. I had to use my little Kubota here to clear up. I had nothing at my house, which is about 10 miles away, to clear the snow up, and it was terrible. I gotta admit, my truck with the snow plow got hung up. The snow was just so deep, and you really couldn't plow it. You had to move it to the side, and you couldn't move it to the side with a snow plow, and at least my truck couldn't. So anyhow, with saying all that, I bought a four-wheel drive backhoe. If I have to, and the weather's that bad, I'll run it on the road to take it to my house to use it, because I do trust it that much. The old 580, the case 580, I didn't trust to even drive it here on the farm with no brakes, nothing like that. So that's the big reason that I got this. Plus, I have work I actually want to do with it, and I wanted something that would actually do the work, start up, run, and do work for me. So that's why I got this. So if you look at this, there is, I have a leak at the injection pump. As it runs, it pretty much stops leaking, but when it sets, it leaks pretty badly. So I'm going to have to get that rebuilt, and I'm in the process of taking it off here at some point. I'm probably going to try and do it myself. I've never done one, but I'll probably take it off myself and either get it rebuilt or just try to fix what's leaking. It seems like this part up here is what's leaking, and I know there's an O-ring in there, so that may be all that it needs. But alright, I'll show you around the rest of it. The four-wheel drive works, which is good, which I checked that out. I knew it had that small leak, but it was only a small leak when it was setting, because I guess he had it and ran it, or it just got worse when I got it. But it runs good, it works good so far. The door on this side doesn't unlock. It has pretty decent rubber on it, which is a good thing. The hoe is actually, it has one small leak that I found back there, but it's not terrible. Most of the stuff is really tight. You can run it and it doesn't swing all over the place like the old one. So for the most part, except for a couple of the small things, it's actually seems to be in pretty good shape. Now the one thing that I do have to watch is this has the extendahoe, and with the extendahoe I have to watch going into my building, because if I put this all the way up, I'm going to take part of my building off, which I've already done that with the other one. Plus I have wires out here that I got to watch so that I don't take those down if I keep it up. So that's why I got to remember to keep the bucket partially down when I run it. So we'll open it up, and here's the interior. And for the most part, the interior is pretty decent. It has the cab, it has a fan, it has a heater, everything seems to work. The seat's in relatively good shape. Seat turns, works well. So this is much different than what I'm used to running or trying to run. It has just the two sticks, which to me makes life easier. So anyhow, this is my backhoe. I will probably show you me running it here in a little bit. One thing that I did want to say was when I operate the backhoe, you know, when I did before, I had some comments about how terribly I run the backhoe. That's all well and good. I'm not doing it to show my skills by any means, as to do. But anyhow, so when I'm doing this, just keep in mind I'm not a professional. I'm just doing this to get some dirt moved, and that's what the purpose is. And you can see me moving some dirt. So there you have it. That's my new Ford 555D working. I'll be doing that the rest of the day, moving dirt from point A to point B, building that up, moving that out. Basically that's just to get the dirt, for someplace to put the dirt from over there to get over here. The reason for that is I want to be able to get around to the back of my pole barn, so when I get that dug around there, that's what I want to do, put a door in the back so I can just pull out that way and come around. So that's the whole point of this. So anyhow, hope you sort of enjoyed that. Like I said, I know I am no professional by any means, just doing this to get dirt moved, and like I said, if I have to move snow. So we'll see if we do the injection pump. We'll be back for that to take it off. But anyhow, in the meantime, or till next time, this is Mike, the Disgruntled Mechanic, just saying, just remember, if you can get somebody else to do it, you're probably better off. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.